What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome to another round in my Felipe Massa career mode, the Singapore Grand Prix. And considering this career mode's 100%, this race is going to take nearly 2 hours, so it did take a bit of preparation, and I needed the concentration because this was a long old race. But in terms of qualifying, I'm a bit iffy round here. Once in a while I'm quite good, but usually I just find it tricky. But I am good at keeping it out the wall, which is a major thing around here. So we're actually 14th after 2 laps, so we're not having a great session so far. But on this lap, it's a better lap, it's nothing spectacular, and you can see we're fighting the car around here. I think we're definitely set up more towards the long haul in the race, but let's see where we end up. Coming to the line, it's only 11th, that's so poor. What is going on with us? I do not have a clue. And just look at that, Lewis Hamilton's down 9th as well. Danny Ricciardo in 8th, the Red Bulls look like they're struggling, but Rosberg has taken pole, then the 2 Ferraris, and my teammates in 4th, 2 seconds off the pace. So we were only 6/10 off our teammate Bottas, but there's 7 positions between us, so that's a very close spread after the top 3. I don't know if the latest patch seems to have affected qualifying in my career mode videos, so I don't know if there's a glitch or anything, but yeah, it's kind of mixed things up here. We're not too far behind Hamilton, our championship rival on the grid, but Rosberg could seriously get him some points on us now. So we're going to look forward to the race and hopefully have a good one, because there's 2 hours ahead of us. Jesus Christ. Estimated race time. That's a long one. I think it must be the longest one of the season. But I'm going to go for primes here anyway. We are outside the top 10 for probably the first time this season, so alternate strategy. And it looks like after our first stop, we'll be going on the options to the end unless something happens. But we're building up to the start, and away we go. We get it's not a great getaway. And we got Alonso on our left-hand side. But we're going to hang around the outside of Kvyat if we can, trying to keep as close as we can to Hamilton. Look at the wheel movement. I'm just fighting the wheel so hard. Just trying to follow Hamilton, overtake him if possible. Because we obviously are on the slower tyres. So if we can make any positions up here, then fantastic. And I found front brake bias really helps into the braking zone. Don't seem to lock up that often, so yeah, I've started using that, and now we're in the slipstream, trying to get 9th off Ricciardo, trying to follow Hamilton as well. Up the inside, are we going to go up the inside of Hamilton as well? I think we are going for it, he sees us coming, so we're side by side into this slow hairpin. He's outbroken us, but we're going to try and hang around the outside, and we've done it. We've actually got the move done. Brilliant move there. But we've actually gone very deep. He is so close in the wall. We're getting nudged Hamilton. Wow, that could have been damage as I clipped the barrier there. I'm holding off the 2 Red Bulls. That was a bit of an amateur mistake there from myself. I had Hamilton in my back pocket and then I just let him through. Stupid. But we'll see what we can do, if we can get ahead of him or if we can follow him around. I mean, that suggests we have decent pace. So at the end of lap 1, we're up to 9th. So not a bad first lap, considering we're on prime tyres. But Hamilton's gone for a move on Verstappen ahead. He hasn't gone for it, so it was an unexpected move, but we've got it done ahead of Hamilton. And yeah, I didn't even mean to go for that, but Hamilton lost so much momentum as he went for the move on Verstappen. So it gave me the opportunity, and I'm going to take it. And now, if we close in here on the back of Verstappen, we should be able to get a run into turn 4, I think it is. This is a great opportunity for an overtake in the race, and we weren't far across. We weren't far enough alongside, so we couldn't make it stick. But we seem to get a great run out the final corner compared to the AI. Example here, up the inside of Verstappen sets us up perfectly for turn 1, and there we go. We've got a car between myself and Hamilton, which is key because he is one of our main rivals in the standings. I think he's leading the standings. And I am just behind Rosberg. I haven't seen the standings in a while, I must admit. So I'm going to say that's what's currently going on. But yeah, we're trying to catch up to Hulkenberg. The Force Indies have improved so much since the patch in terms of performance. And coming to the end of lap 3, we are very strong in the final sector. We're sliding off the curb, but we're getting a great run on Hulkenberg. So if we get a decent run here, yes, we do. We'll get DRS. He will have it as well to defend, but we should go for a move into turn 1. And we do go for it, and we get it done, up to 6th. But Hamilton, you might have seen, has got ahead of Verstappen. So I tend to overtake the car and then hold that car's momentum, which allows Hamilton to get past. So hopefully this doesn't happen once again with Grosjean, as we get a great run once again. We take more curb than the AI, I think that's what it is. Up the inside, we should get this done before turn 1, and I think we do. Yes, we do. So I don't think we halt the Lotus driver's momentum too much, so hopefully Grosjean can keep his car between me and Hamilton. He did for a little bit, but now at this point, everyone is pitted apart from myself, Hamilton and Ricciardo. Obviously I'm stretching this stint out because I'm on the primes. They're on the options, so not sure if they're going to try a 2-stop or anything. It's a bit early to be looking at potential strategy discrepancies and things like that. But we have a little bit of a gap to Hamilton. But he did go into the pits on the last lap, and Rosberg is not far behind us. Actually, he's right behind us. So he's pretty much a pit stop ahead of us overall. So that shows how much pace he's had in the first stint, and how much I've been battling in the midfield and with Hamilton. But we'll take... Oh my god, we've been hit into the wall. Rosberg hit us. What's he pushing us along? What the hell happened there? Rosberg's got damage. I think our car's okay. What the hell happened there? What is Rosberg doing? I think he's got a puncture actually. But we'll see on board with Rosberg. He's just weaving around. What's he doing there? Puts me in the wall. So lucky not to have any damage. And yeah, there's the puncture. Rosberg gets the puncture. And he keeps turning in on us. What's he doing there? So Rosberg, he could be out the running now. Wow, that's completely changed this race. Because in the early stages, it seriously looked like Rosberg was absolutely dominating the field. So that's definitely changed. And I saw something on the minimap. A lot of cars, like, not moving. So I wanted to have a quick look. There's a McLaren off. I think that's Jensen. He got himself up to 4th place. That is Rosberg. Oh my god, what has Rosberg caused? There's cars everywhere. What the hell's going on back there? It's an absolute destruction derby behind me. That's absolutely insane. And on to lap 18 here. We're coming in for our first pit stop. Hamilton did close in on the back of us, but couldn't get any moves done. So we are effectively a pit stop behind him as well. Rosberg, I think, is in last place at this moment. So he's totally out of it. And it looks like me and Hamilton could be battling for the lead, because in that kerfuffle earlier on, Vettel was involved in that. And I think Raikkonen was as well, so... Me and Hamilton are effectively 1-3 at this point. Obviously, Ricciardo's in the way here. So we'll try and get the move done. We've got DRS, slipstream, better engine. And I think we're going to go for the move. No, we don't. We actually weren't close enough into turn 1. And I think I was kind of saving it for the DRS zone coming up. We do have better straight line speed, so we should easily get it done. And get ourselves up into 2nd place. But even if I do get past, I am well behind Hamilton. And even if he has a prime stint later on and I have an option stint, I don't think I'm going to catch up. But we didn't get a great run there. Let's see if we can get the move on Ricciardo. Closing. Up the inside. Get the braking sorted, and we've done it up into 2nd. No, we've slid wide there. Gone off the track, so I've got to let Ricciardo pass. All in good sportsmanship. That's exactly what I like to deal in. But that's a shame. Bit of a fill move there. Let's just see if we can have another go here. Round 2. We're a lot closer this time. Much smoother run. And we're going to go around the outside here. He's squeezing us towards the wall. He's so close. But we've got it done. We're not really under pressure. So into the braking zone. Absolutely sorted. And there's a 26-second gap to Hamilton ahead. I think it's safe to say, if he doesn't have any contact, that, yeah, Hamilton's going to win this race. But there obviously is a long way to go. There's a lot of walls around this track. So... anything can happen, and I think that's him coming out the pits for his 2nd pit stop. He'll be on the options again, and we just get ahead of him. I left him a bit too much room there. I actually thought he was closer than he was, so I didn't want there to be a Massa versus Hulkenberg moment from 2015. But Hamilton's on our tail here. Is he gonna? Well, he will get DRS. Is he gonna go for a move? Because I want to defend. If I can keep him behind us, we can potentially attack in the final stint. He's going for a move around the outside. Can he get it done? He doesn't know. I think he still needs to get his tyres up to temperature. But on to lap 27 here. Hamilton is putting the pressure on with his fresh tyres. He's trying to go around the outside. He's more confident on the brakes. We're locking up slightly. Is he going to get it done? That's a great move from Hamilton, I must admit. He tried to defend it, but I couldn't just push him into the wall. We're looking at it. No, we're all locked up. That could have been catastrophic there if we went into Hamilton. But luckily, our braking wasn't too late. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we will not be seeing Hamilton again in this race. though we do oversteering into the wall there. Lap 33 now. We're coming in for our second pit stop. More option tyres, and we're actually kind of lonely at this moment. Hamilton's built up a gap. We're too quick for Ricciardo, and the likes of Bottas, Vettel, Raikkonen, and Rosberg have all had contact and dropped down the field. So there's some big points here for different drivers if they could put in a decent performance. Like Kvyat now is in 4th place. Ricciardo has got ahead of us, but obviously has only made one pit stop. So we could battle later on, depends if Ricciardo goes for a 2-stop and I go for a 3-stop, but we're right on the back of Ricciardo. Took a few laps to catch up. He's obviously on more 1 rubber than myself, so if we're probably going to set him up into turn 1 based on the action that happened earlier on. So we're getting a great run here actually, into the final corner maybe. We think about it, but we don't actually make any contact. Ricciardo kind of wiggles his car, loses control and goes slightly wide, so that's an easy position. And look at that gap to Hamilton, it just develops further and further. We're 41 seconds behind. He's absolutely dominating us. It's nothing like Singapore in real life when Mercedes had no pace and I think finished in 5th place with Rosberg. But we're coming into the box, final pit stop. Once again, we're lonely. The only cars we're seeing is back markers, which is a shame, but we're going to get some good points here, especially over Rosberg if we keep on going as we are. Coming out the pits, and I think it's all good. Options to the end, and hopefully Hamilton has contact with someone. Who knows? There'll be a Manor in the way. A Manor will take Hamilton out. That was the hope. And on lap 51, just to show a bit of action, I came up behind, that's a Sauber of Ericsson and I can't see, is that Grosjean? They're fighting outside the points, but this was a great battle, side-by-side action. I watched on in the distance, I gave them both a nod of approval. Well done, clean battle there. And on to the back of Jensen Button. Oh yeah, harsh corner cutting. Oh, he's clipped the barrier, that worried me a little bit. Here we had harsh corner cutting on at this race. I got a lot of warnings, I must say. Some of these corners were extremely harsh, but we didn't get a penalty, so it's all good. Closing on the back of Stevens, who seems to be pitting. Why would you pit then? That makes no sense. But we'll come to the line, and it's 2nd position for Felipe Massa at the Singapore Grand Prix. I was pretty lonely in the second half of the race, but that's a solid performance, some decent points for my championship battle, though obviously Hamilton scored 7 more than us there, so he'll have extended his lead in the standings from what I remember. Yeah, I could do with researching what the points difference is. But there's the podium for our race. Hope you enjoyed it. And there's the result. 46 seconds behind Hamilton. Unbelievable performance. And considering we start in 9th and 11th, that's absolutely brilliant. Raikkonen recovered to 4th. Bottas recovered to 6th. Some decent points for Kvyat as well. And the top 10 doesn't include Rosberg. So he must have got lapped once or possibly twice. Let's have a look further down. Where is he? He finished 16th, 2 laps down with 2 penalties. Eventful race for him. He really could have won this. Vettel retired. There was just so much contact in that first section of the race. I just don't know what happened there. But we're 24 points behind Hamilton. We're up to 2nd ahead of Rosberg. He's slacking a little bit lately, so he needs to recover. But the battle is going to go on. It's going to be so exciting between myself and the 2 Mercedes. Slightly further down, Raikkonen's ahead of Vettel, but 82 points behind. It's going to take a very tough ask. And I think there's 5 races to go after this. I should be better in maths, I really should be. But there's the rest of the standings. Looking at the constructors coming up, we should have a solid gap over Ferrari. We do. 35 points, so not bad at all for 2nd in the standings. So if you did enjoy that, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And I'll catch you in the next race. Next time out, the Japanese Grand Prix. Goodbye.